Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Sammy Socialite, and I'm here giving you another episode of Eating Sports Chat. Today, I was so inspired last week by the juicy crab that I had to make my own juicy crab. You know, I got the crab legs, you know, I got some more mussels in my own imitation juicy crab sauce. It's that Sammy Socialite sauce. Bussin'. But before I start this week's episode, I just want to shout out to everybody that supported me. Thank you for all the likes, the subscribing, the sharing. I really appreciate all the feedback. Keep that coming. I'm so, y'all just don't know how thankful I am that you guys love it. So I want to give people an opportunity to partner with me on this. If you are a chef or you have a food business or you know anybody with a hookup on food or whatever that wants a shout out, please bring them to me so I can have a partnership. You know, so any chefs, hit me up at Sammy_Socialite on both Instagram and on Twitter, or you can hit us in the comment section on YouTube. Just let us know and we'll try our best to get with you. But I'm gonna break in on this. You know, people use they little butter or whatever. I got this secret. I use Papa John's or Domino's garlic sauce, and I'm telling you, it's the best. Like, why make your own butter when you can just use theirs? But this week, we're gonna break into some hats in the NBA topics. Now, because I'm a football head, the first topic off rip is gonna collab with football. Right now, it is a big issue in both the NBA and the NFL of players signing contracts and within a year or two later wanting to be traded. So recently, Bradley Beal on Twitter, everyone has created a hashtag called Free Bradley Beal. Now, putting my personal feelings about Bradley Beal aside, because to be honest, I actually like Bradley Beal, and I feel like he's a good player, but like I said, Twitter beef aside, he's a good player. But Bradley Beal signed a contract extension in 2019. It is 2021. Basically 2 years after he signed the contract. He has 2 more years left on said contract. He could be a free agent in 2021 with a player option. In 2022. So let's just say if he doesn't get free this year, he could be free after next year. But the issue with me is Bill has scored between 36 and 40 plus points in like the last 10 games the Wizards have played, which is amazing. But they've lost every game but one of those. I think currently they're 3-14, or like, it's crazy because, you know, losing John Wall shouldn't have been that big of a deal, seeing that they hadn't had John Wall playing in 2 years, and you got Westbrook for him. So it's like they have a whole nother player, but they just can't get it together. But now Twitter wants to free Bradley Beal. Like, he signed a contract, y'all. Y'all can feel as bad as y'all want for Bradley Beal, but at the end of the day, they don't have to trade him. Like, think about if you're Washington. He's still going out there scoring every night. If you're Bradley Beal and you're scoring 40 points a night, I, as an organization, don't want to trade you because I'm not going to get a piece like that in return, like, immediately. I mean, yeah, the team is not doing good, but you still have to try. So, no, for all you free Bradley Bealers, I am not on your boat. I'm not on your ship. I think that Bradley Beal knew Washington sucked when he signed his extension, because they did. They haven't been good. He knew he had an opportunity to be a free agent, and he could have did that. But no, he signed a contract. He wanted the money. Now, Bradley, you're going to have to sit with that. The other player like this is Deshawn Watson in the NFL. Like, now, I love Deshawn Watson. He's from Georgia. He's went to the ACC schools. Like, you know, I'm an ACC fan. I love Deshaun Watson's game, but Deshaun Watson just signed a contract extension that was basically up there with Mahomes' contract. I mean, Mahomes has by far the highest, but Deshaun had like the second highest. So you just signed this contract last offseason. After, this is the key, you signed it after they traded DeAndre Hopkins. Like, you knew you didn't have the wide receiver, and you still signed that contract. Now, a year later, all of a sudden you want out? Like, sir, they already fired the head coach and GM. They got a new GM. They got a new head coach now. They're trying to rebuild with you because they paid you. Now, I think it's a little, everybody got feelings, but it's football, bruh. Like, they trying to show you that they're going to try to help you win. Like, if you sign that contract, you should stay and fight that out. Don't be crying talking about you want to get out because they didn't hire the head coach you want. Shit, I'm sure the Falcons didn't hire the head coach and none of their players want it, but we don't know. We're just going to have to see. But moral of the story, and this is in real life, don't sign a contract and you don't want to do something and you feel like you don't want to do it later on. Like, that's just bad. That's a bad business practice in real life. So if we can't get away with signing bad contracts, why should the $1 million players get away with it? Like, their agents and lawyers are better than what we doing. So help me figure it out. So the next thing, of course, COVID again. COVID is going crazy in the NBA. There's been more and more games getting postponed. Players missing almost 3 weeks at a time. Like Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler has been out for 3 whole weeks. He's missed 6 games. He might miss another one. That'll be 7. Like, Jason Tatum missed about 6-7 games. He's finally back. Karl Anthony Towns still out. The Memphis Grizzlies they're getting games postponed every night. Like, they literally haven't played in like a week and a half. Like, so I don't know if they have to go back to the bubble or not, but they have to do something. They implemented new security rules where the players can play, 48-minute basketball game, but they can't hug or dap or exchange jerseys after the game. Now, that's just craziness. I mean, you pretty much sweating and breathing and touching and everything throughout the whole basketball game. But at the end, you can't handshake. That's where they're going to draw the line. But Kyrie Irving tried to give Bam a hug from Miami, and the security broke him up. And Kyrie was very upset. Like, he finally made his grand appearance, y'all. Kyrie's back. And the Nets, while they look like they have issues, they are definitely going to be a problem if Kyrie, James Harden, and KD all score 30 apiece every game. Like, those are crazy numbers. Meanwhile, the Hawks just put up their best fight against the Nets, taking them to overtime. It's crazy because it's like Trae Young actually heard me telling him he can't just take 7 shots a game, because now he's like shooting like 20, 22 shots a game. Everyone else is doing really well on the Hawks. Shout out to Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter. They're really growing up in their second year. They're proving that they can actually be the players that we need them to be for the team. And y'all just watch out. Watch out for the Hawks, because once they get all these injured players back, they're going to be something serious in the East. So y'all beware. Shout out to Kyrie once again for coming back. speaking of the whole no jersey exchange craziness, the players can't exchange jerseys, but apparently Kyrie Irving and KD decided that they could exchange their jerseys with rapper 2 Chainz after the Atlanta Hawks game. And security did not break that up. I don't know what that's about, but, you know, I'm not hating. Go get it how you live, 2 Chainz, Kyrie, and KD. It's in the midst of all the COVID, the NBA announced this week that they want to have the All-Star game in Atlanta. Physical, in-person All-Star game. Just the game. Not the 3-point contest and not the dunk contest or the skills challenge, but just the game. But they want to do it in Atlanta because why? Because, you know, Atlanta's wide open. They haven't voted on it. But apparently there is very strong interest in making it happen. In addition to that, they definitely plan on partnering with HBCUs in the area. They haven't given too many details on what they want to partner with, but, you know, it sounds like a great opportunity. Also crazy that Atlanta could never get the All-Star game in a regular basketball season, but now during the COVID season where we can't go have fun and participate, they're trying to get it here. It's kind of crazy. So I was talking to my boy Marcel, and shout out to Marcel, Black is More podcast. You can check them out on Facebook. Black is More, and More is MOOR. Very dope. Shout out to them. But I was talking to Marcel, and Marcel told me that basketball isn't fun to watch anymore. And I was like, are you serious? Like you're trolling, right? He was like, nah, bro. Like the NBA is not fun to watch anymore because he said the players don't play anymore. You know, every night, even outside the COVID stuff, it's players that sit out all the time. Like they don't do back-to-backs. They don't do stuff like that. And I guess, I mean, for me, it's still fun only because, like, I'm a different NBA watcher. Like, I like the older stars, but I like watching it for the younger stars like Ja Morant and Trae Young. And one thing about Trae and one thing about Ja, they not just sitting out no games for rare or load management. Like, yeah, they're young. That's the point. I'm sorry, bro. If Kawhi Leonard want to sit down every 5 games, I mean every 2, every other game, I don't know. If he wants to do that, let Kawhi Leonard do that. Kawhi he not even entertaining to watch. He is a great basketball player, but don't nobody want to see that. Give me the people that want to play anytime. Like you don't see people like Donovan Mitchell sitting down. And yo, speaking of Mitch, shout out to the Jazz. Shaq tried to hate on Donovan Mitchell, told him that, you know, he'll never be like one of the people that get the team to the championship or whatever. And you know, Shaq is well able to have his own opinion. Like, I mean, Shaq is a great GOAT, Hall of Fame, all that. But come on, Shaq. You shouldn't be talking down on a good brother like that. Like, really, Donovan Mitchell is an outstanding gentleman. Like, he's a role model. His lifestyle that he shows is A1. Like, he's a good boy. Like, you shouldn't talk about him like that. Like, Donovan Mitchell is genuine. He don't go around bothering nobody. Shout out to the Jazz because now, as this is being filmed, they're the number 1 team in the West. They're on a 10-game winning streak. So yeah, take that, Shaq. But back to the fun, like players like that. I like watching young players, man. They don't be sitting down. I'm sorry, once you get old, your body start getting bad. They might not be able to play 72 games in a season. You know. And at the end of the day, without the fans being there, they literally are sitting a lot more. But, you know, the NBA made a rule saying that all the stars have to play in nationally televised games unless they actually genuinely have like an injury. So I don't know how is that still an issue, but you know, how do y'all feel about that? Y'all still watch basketball? I mean, I know I do. Shout out to everybody that supports me. Shout out to this crowd, these muscles, my special butter. Yes, sir. Once again, thank you for watching NBA edition of Eating Sports Chat with Sammy Socialite. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Once again, chefs, get at me. Let me know. I'm trying to partner up. I could be eating your food right now. Till the next time.